Hi everyone, and welcome. Now, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Marquise Crawford. I am 30 years old, born on March 7th, 1993. My zodiac sign is a Pisces. So, yeah, I guess you can say I'm pretty much of a fish. Alright, well, with that being said, right there, today is April 4th, which is Tuesday. The year is 2023. And well, today I'm happy to announce. There's gonna be a couple announcements today. But before we get started, in case you are wondering, I am wearing my Super Mario Odyssey outfit. One of the reasons for that being is that tomorrow is the official release date of the Super Mario Brothers movie. This movie has been in production for about 3 to 4 years, I believe. Yeah, so this is going to be Nintendo's first animated movie hitting in theaters, which is very, you know, special for most gamers out there, and for those out there who actually grew up with Mario. See, my first reaction of a Mario game, believe it or not, was the Super Nintendo, and the first game I ever played on that one was Super Mario World that was released in 1997. On that time, the Super Nintendo to me was like my very first console I ever played, and I really, really enjoyed that one. And 1 second, trying to make sure I get comfortable for you guys. Try to be more presentable with this. So I'm not gonna keep this this video recording very long. Just only for quick short for good announcements right here. So yes, this is definitely one of the games I really enjoy having on playing, and for a longest time period, I can continue playing more Mario games on throughout the years. One of them was Super Mario 64 on Nintendo 64. Um, I have to say the controls on that one was a bit new and a bit challenging, but at the same time, it really was something for me to experience. Then on top of all that, it took a longest time to possible to beat the game, and me, I didn't really care much about beating the game. I just want to continue on playing, and that was one of my greatest things I really enjoy doing. Then, years went by, the release of the Nintendo GameCube, and one of the games right there was Super Mario Sunshine that was released in 2002. That one was a real game changer right there. And for the first time ever, you have to save an island of full of island wellenders known as Delphinus, and an island called Isle Delfino, which was taken over by a duplicate known as Shadow Mario, which we all know, who's actually Bowser's son, Bowser Jr. Your mission on that was to clean the entire island, and before it gets things out of hand. Then many years later now, when the Wii was present in 2006, the game for that one was Super Mario Galaxy, and that really blew my mind. You get to travel Mario in space and to many other galaxies you never thought would be possible. Again, here we are right now in 2023. Yeah, there are so many Mario titles right now that you can pretty much enjoy, even spin-off titles. Games like Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and finally Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, which are all releasing right now and available to play on Nintendo Switch. But I'm not going to try to go any further details all about Mario. No, today's broadcast right now is going to be concerning about upcoming movies, video games, and many others that are involved. So, um, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. So, as I mentioned earlier, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is releasing tomorrow on April 5th. And there are plenty of showtimes that a lot of you fans out there and those who are still trying to be new to Mario are going to be very excited to watch. The cast and crew is unlike anything you would ever imagine. And on top of all that, I'm very surprised to hear that the people who are making this movie are people who made Despicable Me, Sing, and Secret Life of Pets. And yes, even Dr. Seuss's The Lorax. So yeah, guys, the movie production videos, well, the movie studios I'm referring to is Illumination. Illumination is definitely one of those film industries you can't help but enjoy. In fact, they even have their own personal theme parks in Universal Studios in Florida. So yeah, I would recommend you guys heading out to there to give it a try. The Minions ride is quite astounding. There's also the, let's see, I think they have a Universal Studios store when they have carry everything from Illumination inside. So I think you all would enjoy shopping there too. Wow. Let's see. Oh, voice casting of the characters in the Mario movie. Now, I can't tell you all who's in it, but I can tell you who is going to be voicing whom within the movie. So, here it is. You all remember him in movies like Guardians of the Galaxy and Jurassic World. Yes, Chris Pratt is the voice of Mario. And honestly, it kind of surprised me for him taking on that role, considering that I didn't find out he's actually Italian himself. So, in a way, that is quite interesting from my point of view. The voice of Luigi is Charlie Day. You all might recognize him into one of the most comedic movies like Horrible Bosses and Fist Fight with Ice Cube. So I think you all understand how funny this guy is. But the fact he's doing the voice of Luigi, you know, I can kind of see that happening. But hey, it all depends on how the movie is progressing. Next up is the voice of Princess Peach. Now, she's pretty much a newcomer in the animated movies, and her name is Anya Taylor-Joy. You might see her in movies like Split and also in a movie called Glass. And I think she also appeared in a horror movie called The Witch. Now, you feel free to look those movies up at any time. That way you can actually see and who Anya Taylor-Joy is. And in fact, she's actually a very young actress. And right now, I believe she's at the age of 26, which is kind of surprising how much awards she's taken up so far. Now, here are some other two voice actors you never thought you'd expect to be part of this glorious project right here. First off, Jack Black is one of my favorite of all times. In fact, he's been into anonymous movies growing up in my childhood years. In fact, I still enjoy him as a do the voice of Po in DreamWorks Kung Fu Panda. And yes, he was also the voice of Lenny in Shark Tale. Now, in case you're wondering who Jack Black's voicing in the movie, is the Big Koopa King himself, Bowser. And trust me as I say this right here, his performance as Bowser is unlike anything we all could ever never imagine. I mean, he's doing the character so very well, guys. You got to hear him, you got to see him, and yes, he literally dressed up as Bowser in the Kelly Clarkson TV show. So please, I recommend you check that out on YouTube. And finally, Seth Rogen. Now this one really, really got me right here. This guy, throughout all of his movies, throughout all of the previous special occasions, shows and whatnot, he is doing the voice of the Big Ape himself. Yes, I'm talking about Donkey Kong. Yes, the same Donkey Kong we all know, who's big, brown, with tie on his neck, and yes, he's still the leader of the DK crew. So yeah, that's pretty much I give all the voices. I can pretty much tell you who's in the movie right now. If I was going everything else, you have to see it for yourself, or if you want, go on YouTube right now, type in the Super Mario Brothers movie voice casting, and you have a look for yourself. Now, speaking of movies, though, now for those of you out there who are real Disney fans, I have some announcements to make right there. A few years back, one of these animated movies, Moana, has surprised everyone. It was fun to watch. It was fun to enjoy, and yes, there were some heartful and beautiful moments in there as well. But I'm also happy to announce, from Dwayne Johnson himself, The Rock, has been confirmed that Moana is also going to be getting a live-action movie version of itself. The release on that one has yet to be confirmed, but according to Dwayne, that is in production as we speak. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that as well, because also, it's been confirmed, he's also going to be playing as Maui in the live-action movie as well. Who's been addressing him as Moana? We don't know yet. I can only hope, though, that Disney puts everything into live-action movies into the right, most perspective way. But in your case, don't mess it up. Look, everyone likes the original movies, but when it comes to live action films, you want to take every ounce of precaution of how you're gonna make them and who's gonna be casting as those characters. So yeah, making movies is no walk in the park. Same way as making video games either. But we'll get to that part a little later. All right, so next movie announcement is, let's see. Oh, you know what? This one is also from Disney. So to give you a heads up right now, for those of you out there who are fans of The Little Mermaid, well, the live action movie will be releasing on May 27th of this year. And yes, I am loving the trailers right now. And the fact that Melissa McCarthy is playing as Ursula, that is bit of a something. No, like, how can I best way to say this? It was like a really big pill to swallow because we never thought she could play that role. But the trailer may be convincing, but we need to know how she looks in once the film is being performed. Now, Haley Bailey, the new Ariel, her voice is phenomenal. It reminded me so much how everything was of the original Little Mermaid. How things really all began, and then all the way to all the sequels that were released, like The Little Mermaid 2, The Return to the Sea, and the third installment, The Little Mermaid 3, Ariel's Beginning. Oh, for those out there who don't know, there's actually an animated series, The Little Mermaid, on Disney Plus. And no, this was like way before they put on Disney Plus. No, this animated series actually came out in 1999, after the release of the first movie. So it's like a continuation, more going on, what's going on about Atlantica, about Ariel, her father King Triton, Sebastian, and many others. And yes, Ursula is also on there as well, way before she helped out Ariel on her journey as well. Well, I wouldn't say help, more like, well, I think expect you just watch the movies and the shows. That way you can understand. All right. So next movie announcements. We also got confirmed from Walt Disney Studios, and due to their well, first off, let's take a moment to appreciate 100 years of the making of the Walt Disney Studios. 100 years is a really big long time for most for fans, for those out there who grew up with Disney, who has been a part of Disney, who's getting to know Disney for the first time. 100 years is a really big long changing right there, like the biggest changing in history right there, because this is a movie industry has been around for for many years, for its movies, for its music, for its franchise, the parks, everything. Like Disney is something that will be a part of not only just in your hearts, but in mine as well. And that says a lot right there. Because honestly though, my favorite Disney movie, what I really enjoy most watching, even at this very age I am right now, is Hercules. Yeah, I like Greek mythology, but we combine gospel music with that. Hey, that can blow your mind. And yes, my favorite Disney villain is Hades, voiced by James Woods himself. So yeah, he can play the role at any time. And if they ever decide they're gonna do a live action version of that, I want Hades to be CGI. That way, hey, James Woods can voice him again, because hey, he's still the best Hades at this very day, and I don't think no one or anybody can replace him. That's just facts right there, guys. All right, so to move on to more movie announcements, this one is from Marvel. Now, as you may well know, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is still remains in theaters, but very soon, between May or June, it will be released on Disney Plus. Now, also releasing on May 5th is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This right here will be the final installment, the final epic conclusion of the Guardians, where they take on the finest and greatest challenge of their lives. Now, to explain the story, all I can say is right now, everything is once again taking place right after Endgame. Or, it's more of a continuation after Thor: Love and Thunder. And I guess you can say the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special as well. But again, if you guys want to know more anything what's going on, then go on Disney Plus. That's pretty much I can tell you right there. That we can know what's going on. But let's see. Anything else than that? Oh, Marvel has also announced their newest series, Secret Invasion, which will also be taking place from Avengers Endgame. And the star of that show is going to be Nick Fury, cast by Samuel Jackson himself. So, hey, seeing him without the eye patch for once and everything's a good, it's a good start. But hey, you got to see what's happening next on Daredevil. And there are going to be a ton of Marvel series going to be coming out very soon. X-Men 1997 is still coming. Season 2 of Loki will also be coming to Disney Plus, and also a season 2 of Marvel Studios' What If, the animated version of the cinematic universe. A what if scenario: what if this never occurred, or what if this never changed, or what if a big twist was going to happen. So yeah, there are a ton of Marvel Studios movies and shows will be released on Disney Plus. Now, for any other further announcements, though, let's see. I think we're pretty much going to cross the servers between Marvel and Disney. Oh, DC Comics, though. Let's go ahead and get with that right there. As we all know right now, there are 2 DC movies are releasing this year. One of them, The Flash, we're releasing in June. And the other is Blue Beetle, which is releasing in August. Yes, guys, the Blue Beetle himself is releasing this year as well. The trailer really blew my mind. It was like we didn't think this character is gonna get his own film. We have no clue that was even gonna happen. Because believe it or not, Blue Beetle is actually a very popular character since the 2000s. Even though he hasn't gotten recognition since they're in the comics, but throughout the years, about TV series like Batman, Brave and the Bold, let's see, the Justice League series, even TV shows like let's see, I can't think of a few of them, but I can tell you though that if you play Injustice 2, play as Blue Beetle in there. He has a bit of a somewhat role in there. Like his story in the Injustice series is to guard Superman from escaping from his cell. Then once everything goes downhill, that's when him and other members of the Justice League have to unite and stop Brainiac. But I'll let you all play the game and see the story for yourselves because I don't want to go too further deep with everything. Because guys, when it comes to me explaining a character's story, origins, etc., I go way too deep. So I'm just gonna say it right there. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Now, I think we're pretty much gonna do in somewhat announcements for movies and TV shows. At least some of the ones I pretty much know so far. Now, it is time for gaming announcements. One of them involves on my favorite personal console, the Nintendo Switch itself, and its online service, the Nintendo Switch Online. For those of you out there right now that owns one, I recommend go ahead and getting that along with the expansion pack. If you're just someone has their own Switch and have your own personal service, the membership begins with at least I would say $59.99 for one system. But if you have family and many others that have their own Nintendo Switch systems, you can share the membership with them for $79.99 only for a year. Now, for what's coming to the on the expansion pack, is for the Nintendo 64 library. Well, it's already there, but it's more of an add-on. And this one right here, guys, this announcement has just dropped last night. Now, for Pokemon fans, this one is something we all grew up right here as we were kids. And this game was on the Nintendo 64. Yes. Wait, which Pokemon game you guys would think about right now? Well, Pokemon Snap is already there. Pokemon Puzzle, that's also available. So what do y'all think I'm thinking about right now? No, not Tata Pikachu. No, that's never going to happen right there. Even if they could, they would need a mic for the Joy Cons, which I don't know how that's gonna work. No, the game I'm referring to is Pokemon Stadium. Yes, the first Pokemon Stadium that came out in 1999. And guys, this game really changed my life right here, and this really became even more a Pokemon fan as it is. Because while growing up, not only I enjoy watching the show, the original show, then that's when the games came in. Pokemon Stadium, it was the best experience you could ever play on the Nintendo 64 back then. I still enjoy that at this very day. Even though I missed out a lot of opportunities of regetting the game on Wii and Wii U, but now thanks to Nintendo Switch and its online service, I get to play that game without any official cost because hey, why? On a membership. So hey, it's a win-win. But there's gonna be more games to come to releasing very soon. I know right now we're only getting the first Pokemon Stadium game, so I have a hunch that Pokemon Stadium 2 is gonna be releasing in June. So I'm still looking forward to all of that right there. And there's still more upcoming games coming out for the Switch too. So like right now, the ones are releasing in May. Well, the only one that's releasing in May is gonna be the biggest one right there. And yes, this one is for the Zelda fans. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, which is a sequel for Breath of the Wild, is releasing on May 12th of this year. And yes, this game has been in development for 5 years, everyone, since it was announced in 2018's E3. And a lot of fans have been questioning and asking, when are we going to get this game? Or when is it ever going to show up? Well, the wait is finally over, and it is showing up this year. Yeah, I'm pretty much just saying enough as it is, am I? But hey, I'm not gonna keep on just taking my breath every now and then. Let's see. Oh, PlayStation fans and Xbox fans. Now, on June 2nd, Street Fighter 6 is making its way, and boy, let me tell you, they finally made every character we know in history have make them so beautiful, and I mean that with a heart. Like Ryu, is now a grandmaster. Chun Li is now a teacher. Ken, has become a fugitive for reasons I know. We'll have to play a story on that. And Gaia, he's with the Air Force now, and you can't beat that. Oh, and for those of you out there who are Cammy fans, look, all you need to know right now, well, there are two things you need to know. One, short hair, a nice outfit, and, well, the third was, hey, just all the above. Like, seriously, you can't beat that. And just like every character right now in Street Fighter is making its huge comeback. One of them is from Street Fighter 2 is also returning. DJ, Zangief, Blanca, and even though this character has been announced yet, but Akuma is also making his return in Street Fighter 6, even though he made his last debut appearance in Street Fighter 5. But I digress. Yeah, so yeah, most of the characters you all know are coming. Even the current new edition for Street Fighter 5 are also making the returns, like Rashid of the Turbulent Winds. For those of you who don't know who this character is, I recommend playing him in Street Fighter 5. That way you can see what kind of moves he represents and what styles he brings up to the table. Now, finally, Tekken fans. Oh boy, we are getting a lot of our characters returning, and they too look fantastic. But one of the characters I enjoy and I'm going to be enjoying playing again is Jun Kasama. For those of you who don't know who she is, she made her first debut appearance in Tekken 2. And her last appearance right here in the Tekken games was at the Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which after that we haven't seen Jun in a very long time. But now we know she's being added on into the Tekken main storyline, being confirmed that she's indeed been alive. But again, for those of you who don't know who these characters are and don't know what they bring up to the series, I recommend playing their games. But also, I recommend watching the new animated series called Tekken Bloodlines, which is exclusively to watch on Netflix. So yeah, give the series a try. This right here is a continuation from Tekken 2 all the way right now into Tekken 3. So basically, it's a storyline that's all about the Mishimas and the Kasamas. So again, guys, watch the series on Netflix. Also, another gaming announcement regarding to the Blue Blur himself. That's right, everyone. Sonic is back, but this time he has a brand new, sort of like a somewhat update on Sonic Frontiers. One of the updates is the Cyber Challenge, boss battle, and finally, once you're on Cyber Side into one of the main islands, you're gonna find your own classic tunes from all previous songs on the series, and add them on as your playlist. So yeah, Sonic Frontiers' new update is available now, along with the game itself. The original pricing of the game was $59.99, but due to 20% off of its coverage, it's now $39.99. So you can take this opportunity right now to go ahead and purchase the game whether is it a physical copy for PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo Switch. You can also do it digitally for PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, or Nintendo eShop. And yes, the game is also available on PC, which you know who enjoys Steam. And let's see. Okay, I think that's pretty much covered most everything I pretty much know so far. So before I do go, let me go ahead and take this opportunity in about 5 minutes about yours truly right here. Okay, so as you may well know, again, I am 30 years old, currently still working, and right now I'm making a bit similar progress of my health. So really, everyone, basically, what's been really going on with me, I'm trying to make sure that my kidney functions are as stable as they possibly can. And the thing about that is, everyone, you have to be very mindful of what you do and what you eat in your life, because it really can affect you in the most numerous ways. Like, for example, if you only eat anything that's like nothing but sweets, or nothing but anything that's salt related, yeah, it could not only but your kidneys, but also your blood pressure, your heart rate as well. But luckily, I was able to manage to balance all that both. So yeah, everything's been a work in progress for me so far. Oh, and I know you guys probably not gonna ask them questions about this right here, but usually you'll see me with more facial hair reasons or whatnot. Well, due to the fact that the Mario movie is approaching, I figured it'd be more suitable. I have my own little own mustache right there, which I think is more fitting for me on my own standards. Now, also one thing I want to go ahead and announce you all right here is that um, that pretty much by the end of this year, I will be having having myself a bit of an office, and somewhat a bit of a small studio. That way, my recordings and everything else right there can be more focused on and more light up. Because right now, today, the lightings of the camera, I'm seeing through my point of view right now. It is amazing because I'm actually seeing everything more clear. You guys seeing me that's a little bit clearer. So whether I'm moving up or down, you can see me, and pretty much knowing there's nothing is blurry of any kind. It's because during my past recordings, I never had any type of technology or any type of upgrades that I have done throughout the very day. Yet I never took the time to get all the important necessities or accessories that I need for something like this. But now that I finally have, everything is working perfectly. So yeah, guys, you're definitely gonna see all my recordings like this right here. But in terms of anything else, I also have another announcement that I will be getting um, some more items. Well, I won't say items. It's more like more. I'll be getting some more upgraded technologies for my live streams as well. For example, my Liberty Google Chromebook, I've been having that for a very long time. I noticed that each time I make recordings on that, when it comes to trying to do gameplays or anything like that, I know that's been a bit of a flop. So I will be announcing today that starting in July, and I will be having a new laptop further compatible with HDMI, and hopefully around that time you should be able to see everything I actually do, with video game wise, or better yet, more update or more reaction wise. That way you all can see how things are progressing for me, and or for special occasions a bit of may occur. Also, later on in the future, I might be starting off my own little personal cooking channel. Yes, and I give it a lot of thought about all this. Everybody, like each time I go to the kitchen at work, I've been making my own foods. I've been doing something extra for the customers. Doing anything that's out of the ordinary, which I think it's kind of fine for me because hey, you want to do something creative in your life. You want to set up a goal. You want to do somewhat of accomplishments. That way you can know, oh, what you should know, what will determine your life, or what can be your future. But with that being said, right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for today. So yeah, announcements for movies and TV shows. Again, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion, the announcement of the live-action Moana, Disney's Little Mermaid, and DC Comics' Blue Beetle and The Flash. Gaming announcements, DLCs for Sonic Frontiers, Street Fighter 6, and Tekken 8. And top it all off, everything that was going on about me. But other than that, that's gonna do it for this recording right here. Now, Also, while this video is being done, also a new profile, pic, and background will be updated as well. And yes, you guessed it, Mario. All right. So again, everybody, this recording right here today is based on today, on April 4th, Tuesday. And right now, I think our current time for the moment should be around at, if I'm not mistaken, is oh wow, just 126. So yeah, I actually kind of started all this around a little bit early at 12:56. So yeah, I think it's been a little good like 30 minutes ish. Well, other than that, thank you all for watching. And until you all, you know, see you next time.